channel. I am Jill Baird. Welcome. If you are new here for the first time, this is my assistant Fiona. Today I have a 15-minute all-standing yoga flow. So you can do this practice anywhere. If you're at work and you just need 15 minutes up and moving, this is perfect. You don't need any equipment. We will not be on the floor at all. I am going to use my mat just for like positioning purposes, but if you don't have a mat, you don't even need a mat. All right, friends, let's go ahead and do this. We're gonna get started standing at the top of our mat. I'm gonna have my feet hip-width distance apart, and I'm just gonna kind of sway side to side, ground all four corners of my feet into the mat, close my eyes, bring my palms to heart center, take a nice deep inhale through your nose, drag the breath all the way down to the bottom of your belly, and an open mouth exhale, sigh it out. Let's do that 2 more times. Deep inhale through the nose, filling up completely, and an open mouth exhale. Let your shoulders drop down away from your ears as you empty out. 1 more, deepest, fullest inhale of the day, bringing in that breath until you feel like you cannot bring in another sip. And then the loudest, slowest, most powerful open mouth exhale. Go ahead and bring your feet together so big toes touch, sliver between the heels. And on an inhale, circle, sweep the arms overhead, tall mountain. On your exhale, left hand drops down by the left side, right fingers reach up and over towards the left. Pull the thumb back. Inhale, fingertips reach overhead. Exhale, side bend towards the right. Right hand walks down the right leg. Left fingertips reach over towards the right, like you're lifting up and over that imaginary barrel. Inhale, arms overhead, maybe the palms touch. Exhale, hinge at the hips, Uttanasana, forward fold. Let your head hang, maybe come into a ragdoll here, just swaying side to side for a moment. Let any tension roll off your shoulders, relax your neck. Bring the fingertips to your toes, and then inhale to a halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, tall mountain. And on our exhale, we're going to add on to our side bend. We're going to step the right foot up and in front of the left as we reach over towards the left with the right fingertips. Inhale back to center, both feet parallel. And exhale, left foot steps in front of the right as you reach those left fingertips up and over towards the right. Inhale, feet parallel. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Bring your right fingertips to the mat. Take a deep bend into your right knee as you look up towards those left fingertips. Exhale, switch it out. Bend the left knee, left fingertips to the mat. Reach the right fingertips up towards the ceiling as you work towards straightening that right leg. Exhale, fold. And inhale, rise, Tadasana, mountain pose. This time, bring opposite palm to opposite elbow. Exhale, reach up and over towards the left. Kind of use that left hand to pull the right elbow up and over towards the left. Pull the elbows back. Inhale through center, and exhale, switch it out. So the hip points stay facing forward. It's like you're stretching up and over something towards the right. Inhale, center, re-extend the fingertips towards the ceiling, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, fingertips on your toes or on the mat, and with that flat back, just begin to pedal your legs. So bending one knee, straightening the other, really nice stretch for the hamstrings here. Gazing out at a diagonal, and then coming to neutral into your forward fold. And inhale, rise, chair pose. Feet can be hip-width distance apart, or they can be big toes touching, sliver between the heels. Gaze forward, relax the shoulders, and then forward fold. Inhale to your halfway lift, extend the left leg straight back out of the left leg. Pull your belly button back towards your spine. And then we're gonna set up for warrior one. So the left heel is gonna come into line with the right heel. The right knee is gonna bend 90 degrees. And then we're gonna rise up to warrior one. So squaring the fronts of the hips to the front of the mat or the front of the room. Hollow your low belly. Maybe you bring your palms to touch, or maybe your fingertips are shoulder width distance apart. On an exhale, we're gonna step the left foot to meet the right. Inhale, sit down into that chair pose. And exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, fingertips find the mat, extend the right leg straight back out of the right hip. And then right heel is going to come to the mat in line with the left. The right toes are facing the front right corner of the mat. And with that 90-degree bend in the left knee, come up to warrior one. So think about lifting the right hip up and forward and the left hip down and back. Take a couple rounds of breath here in this warrior one. Inhale, reach a little bit higher out of your waist. And exhale back into chair pose. We're gonna hold for a little bit longer here. Hollow your belly, hug your buns under, gazing up towards those fingertips or out in front of you. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. And inhale, rise up, Tadasana, mountain pose. Bring your hands to heart center. And we're gonna come into a one-legged balance here. So right leg grounds, squeeze the glute, hug it under, squeeze the quad and press through all four corners of that right foot. Lift the left knee parallel to the right. And then either dragging your toes on the mat or hinging and floating that left foot through warrior three, we're gonna come into a crescent lunge. So high lunge. Take a peek back and make sure that that left foot isn't directly in line with the right. We want some space, about hip width distance space between the 2 feet. And then inhale, come up to your crescent lunge. Bring your fingertips behind your ears, elbows out wide, inhale, and then exhale, bring the elbows in towards one another. Little chest opener if you've been sitting in front of a computer all day. Inhale, open. Exhale, squeeze, and yes, some strengthening for those legs. One more, inhale, open. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, open. And a big exhale to warrior two. So you'll need to rearrange your feet on the mat. Find that heel to arch alignment. Press into the pinky edge of each foot. Tailbone draws down, opening up the fronts of the hips here. Gazing out over those right fingertips. Inhale, peaceful warrior, flip the palm. Exhale, extended side angle. Bring that right elbow to the inside of the right knee to open it up. Hug the buns under. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, warrior two. And then let's open it up to a big star pose. So heels are in, toes are out. And then on our exhale, we're gonna shift all 10 toes to face that left edge of the mat. And we're just gonna take some side to side bends here, opening up our hips. Option to pivot on the heel of the straight leg to reach the toes up towards the ceiling, just to work into the hamstrings a little bit more, stretching them. Let's do one more, each side. And then as we come through center, we'll come into a wide-legged forward fold. So bring those hands to the hips, guide the tailbone down. Lengthen the chest and the tailbone in opposite directions. So the chest is drawing towards the left side of the room, tailbone towards the right. Hinging at the hips, lifting the back of those buns as you shift the weight towards the toes, but not lifting the heels off of the mat. And then you can bring your hands down to the mat or to the floor, or you can hover them off the floor if the floor's dirty. You can come into like a little bit of a rag doll here. And then bring your hands back to your hips. Use your core, tuck your buns under. Come back to warrior two, and then we're going to take a big step forward with that left foot. Inhale, Tadasana, fingertips reach towards the ceiling, and exhale, the palms come to heart center. Let's close our eyes for a minute here, just reconnect. Deep inhale, deep exhale. And then blink the eyes open, ground the left leg, bring the right knee up, 90-degree angle, pull the shoulders back to open up the chest, and then either scooting the toes on the mat or hinging at the hips, coming through warrior three. Our end goal here is a crescent lunge, high lunge. So again, on the back toes, the right heel is lifted. Inhale the arms up, and then let's do that chest opener again. Exhale, fingertips by the ears. Inhale, pull the elbows open, and exhale, hug them in towards one another. Inhale, elbows open. Exhale, pull them in. Inhale, open up your chest. Don't pull on your head. Exhale. Inhale, open the elbows, reach the fingertips up, and exhale, open it up to warrior two. So imagine that you're pulling your feet towards one another, that you're trying to scrunch the mat, really fires up these inner thighs. Tuck the tailbone under, press through the pinky edge of the back foot to pull this left hip back, and then press through the pinky, or the right hip back. Press through the pinky edge of the left hip to pull that knee open. So an internal rotation, but an opening here, and an external rotation. Inhale, swim it back, peaceful warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Keep the chest open. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, warrior two. Stay for the exhale, and a big opening star pose. So the chest is lifting up towards the ceiling, the tailbone is drawing down towards the mat, and then go ahead and pivot so that all 10 toes face forward. And we're going to take a bend into the right knee, sitting back into that heel, and again, you can pivot those left toes up towards the ceiling. Bring the left foot back to the mat, sit back into the left heel, squeeze the left glute. You can pivot the right toes up towards the ceiling. Let's do that one more time, each side. Really opening up into those inner thighs. And if you need your fingertips on the mat for support, by all means, bring your fingertips to the mat. Or if it feels better to keep the sole of the foot flat on the mat, keep it flat on the mat. Go ahead and come back through center. This time, let's interlace the arms behind our back. Tailbone draws down, chest lengthens forward. Bend the knees as much as you need. Hinge at the hips. Prasarita, wide-legged forward fold. And you can take a bend into the right leg as you draw the left shoulder towards the right inner knee. And you can take a bend in the left knee as you draw the right shoulder towards the left inner knee. And then coming back through center, lifting through the inner thighs. The weight is more in the direction of the toes, but the heels are still on the mat. And then exhale. Bring the fingertips to the mat. Come up to a halfway lift, flat back. Use your core to come up to stand. Tuck your tailbone under. Come back into that warrior two. And then step the right foot up to meet the left. All right, guys, we're almost done here. We're gonna come into a hip opener on the right side. So we're gonna ground the left leg, and we're gonna bring the right foot to either the inner calf or the inner upper thigh, just not against the knee, for a tree pose. So if you're close to a wall here, by all means, if you want to use the wall for a little added stability, use it. I like to bring my hands to the backs of my hips to guide my tailbone down and then open up that right knee. Squeeze the left glute and then find a spot that you can focus on. Your drishti, if you'd like to grow that tree, you can reach the fingertips up towards the ceiling. Let's stay here for 3 more rounds of breath, slow and steady. Being okay with wherever you are, it's okay. And then after that next exhale, we're going to extend the right knee at hip height, and we're going to come into a figure 4. So you can either have your figure 4 completely upright, or you can begin to bend into that left knee. Guide the hips back, chest comes forward. And then if you're feeling extra spicy, you can work in the direction of bringing your triceps. Woo, I lost my balance, that's okay. To the front of the shin and the front of that right ankle. And then go ahead and slowly come up to stand, shake out the left leg, and then let's do it on the other side. So ground the right leg, bring the left foot to the inside of the right, guide the tailbone down, chest lengthens towards the ceiling, pulling open that left hip, and then growing your tree if you did so on the other side. Slowing the breath. It's okay. Just let it be however it is. If you're waving side to side, if your tree's blowing in the wind, that's okay. If you need to hold on to something around you, that's okay too. There's no rules. There's no winning. There's no contest. It's just letting it be where you are today. And then go ahead and bring the knee out at a 90-degree angle, cross the left ankle in front of the right, and then hinge at the hips. Hips draw back, chest lengthens forward, and if it feels good, you can bend down into it as long as you can keep your chest open. No hunching forward, no caving forward, and opening up into that left hip. And then slowly come back up to stand, bring the left foot to meet the right, shake out the right leg, and then just go ahead and bring the hands to heart center, close the eyes, bow your head towards your fingertips. Thank you for practicing with me today. Thank you for taking this 15 minutes for yourself out of your busy day, just to connect back to your breath and have some playful movement. Until the next time we see each other, friends, be good, do good, and look for the good that's out there in the world.